Hello, my 11s. How are you today? Thank you for being here. My name is Julie Saillant. I am your resident unicorn. I am here to help all the 11s. I'm an 11 myself, and I am so thrilled. Thank you for coming back, each and every one of you. I love you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I know you have a lot of people you can listen to, so I'm thrilled that you're here. I am here to help you. I'm a spiritual teacher. I am here to help you find your gifts, to learn what your gifts do, how to work with them. I'm here to help you get in alignment with what you're truly here for, your soul's purpose. And from there, your life will change. And I'm also an animal communicator. So I have many ways that you can work with me. But if you'd like to work with me, all the information's in the description box below. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are growing, and I am so happy about it. Leave a comment. I respond to all the comments as well. And without further ado, if you don't know, we work with numbers here, not astrological signs. And I am an 11, Master Life Path 11. So are you if you're watching. And the 11s have been here reincarnated quite a few times. And we're usually have very big visions. We are the most empathic out of all the numbers. We are manifestors extraordinaire. We are secretive. We are easily hurt. We're sensitive beings. We sometimes have tough outer shells because, after years of not being understood and being misunderstood, we get frustrated, right? We get frustrated with the normies. And that's not a dig. It's not to put us up there and they're below us. It's just the truth is actually we're very different beings from everyone else because we process differently. If you're an 11, you're a master life path number, you've been here for a bit, you're either been on the journey for a while or you just have started to awaken, and I am here to help you. So thank you again for being here. I love you guys. Okay, so today the lesson is, somebody had sent me a message on one of the comments, and one of my private clients today, it's so divine timing is in effect, right? We had talked about how to use protection when you go out, either, shopping, or if you're going to the movies or whatever it is that you're doing. So for a lot of us 11s, because we process on so many levels, as I've said before, if this is your first video, let me just explain this to you real briefly. What happens to us 11s is if we go out, let's just say to a concert or a movie, anywhere that you're going to be in close proximity with a lot of different people, physically, we are able, many of us, to sense their energy, people's energy. That's kind of a baby thing for us. Most of us all do this. That's one of our gifts. So we go to, let's just say, I'll take the movies. We go to the movies and we come home and we are tired, we're anxious. Now we left the movies with very, normal, happy camper, everything's cool, can't wait for the movies, it's gonna be fun. And you're in close proximity with others, and then you can be there and all of a sudden you start to feel angry, you start to feel frustrated, you can even be mad, you could be really upset, you could be ashamed, you could be any number of feelings that humans feel. 11s feel what others feel quite often. And because we're processing, I always make this kind of analogy visually, if these are normal people and this is us and we're both all at the same place, we see the same things. Normal people process very quickly and they're like, oh, I saw this happen, blah, 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 gone out of their mind. Top level, only top level. As 11s, we filter this way. Oh, I saw what happened. That's interesting. Or I had a reaction right away. That's stupid. Or what the fuck? Like, really? Why? Why is that happening? To another level of, that's really weird. Why did that happen? To, holy crap, that was really strange. That's starting to bother me. What's happening over there? To, okay, I'm not comfortable with this. And I don't know why this is happening. I don't know what's going on, but I feel different. I feel different. My energy's changing or changed. I'm feeling rage. I'm feeling frustration. I'm feeling sadness. I'm feeling guilt. I'm feeling jealousy, whatever that is. And it goes on and on and on, 25 levels down. So remember, here's person number one thing, I got it, move on. This person, us, all the levels down. When that happens to us all the time, this is how we're built, okay? What that means is we feel things very strongly and they can affect us. So when we go to concerts, movies, anything, a lot of times, like for me, the next day, I'll usually have a headache, migraine, where I can't even move or get out of bed. You'll lose your energy. You'll feel tired. You feel frustrated. You feel sad. You may just want to stay in bed. You're like, I don't understand because I was fine yesterday. Why is this happening? What's going on here? Let me tell you, if you don't know already. When you go out into the world, you need to put up protection around yourself, okay? Because you can feel everyone else's stuff, energy, and some of us even can feel their pain as our own in our bodies. We get pictures from them sometimes. We feel everything. It's almost like we're in their energy, we're with them, right? It's a gift, but it's also can be very detrimental to us if you're taking on their energy and not getting rid of it because you don't know what's happening, okay? So the question is, how can we identify others' energies? And here's what I would say to you. And this is a process that most of us go through these next couple questions. If you're out and you're feeling good, you know, and you're like, oh, this is going to be a good day. I just have to run in here and get a few things at the grocery store. And you're doing your thing. You're not paying attention. You may have your protection up. You may not. And you start to feel mad, really mad. And you're like, this is ridiculous. I'm not feeling happy anymore. I was happy 5 minutes ago. What's happening? Or, and it may take you a few minutes to get to that point where you're questioning it because you think it's you. Why am I mad? What happened? What happened to make me so angry in this last 5 minutes, literally? And then now you have it, now you're processing it. If you don't, one, understand what it is, where it's coming from, right? And get rid of it, it's going to stay with you. So you don't understand, you go through the line, you leave, you're in your car, madder and madder and madder, frustrated, upset, pissed off. You get home, you start taking out on people around you, and you don't even know why. You're thinking to yourself, why am I so upset? Nothing happened, okay? This is a classic sign that you took on somebody else's energy in the store. And if that happens, you'll know, the question was, how do I identify other people's energy? You'll know because you need to go back to how you felt when you first entered the store or wherever you were, that you started to feel this other different type of way. So whatever type of way that you're feeling, that's way different than how you felt when you first went into the store or were around certain people, that's a huge, huge clue that these are feelings that are not yours. This is pain that is not yours. This is frustration that's not yours, or jealousy, right? It's lower level stuff almost always. Yes, you can feel our happiness too, but it bothers us when it's lower level, right? And you need to ask yourself, is this mine? Is what I'm feeling my energy? Now, if it's yours and something bad happened and you were doing okay with it and you went in the store and then all of a sudden your subconscious brought it up and then you're like, damn. And then you start getting upset again and you identify that as yours, that's yours. That's different than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you go in, you feel pretty good, then all of a sudden you're like really upset. You have to ask yourself, is this my energy? Okay. If it is not your energy, you need to understand that and get rid of it. But before we do that, let me tell you what happens next. You hold yourself together in your frame. Your frame is your body, right? I talk about holding your frame, your integrity, your purpose. And you start to feel pressure inside you. And a lot of times that turns into people pleasing. The master numbers are famous for people pleasing, not living their lives for themselves, living it for someone else. And it sucks. And if you're doing this, I can help you. I am determined not to do this anymore, because we were taught as little children, whether you're a boy or a girl, but especially the girls, especially the women, We were taught to serve and have others be in front of us. My mother was always the last person to sit down and eat dinner, and she had made everything. She was the last person to do a lot of things. And we learned that by looking at them. It's rude to be first. It's rude to cut in front of people. I'm not talking about cutting in front of people in line or anything. I'm saying if you're all sitting down for dinner, it's rude for you to start picking up your fork and eating first. In my household, that's how it was. And that was considered just manners. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me know in the comments if that's true for you too. That's old school, but that's the way it was. We waited for our father or our mother. My mother would sit down. My father would be like, you know, all set now. Okay, good, great, let's eat. We prayed, then we eat. Nobody picks up a fork until my father picks up his fork. That's very, very bad etiquette and very rude and will not be tolerated. That transforms into people pleasing. That transforms into you and I doing things throughout our lives that may seem small or large, and we're doing it to make someone else happy, even though we are not happy. I'll give you an example. I've said this one before. You guys may or may not know. And let me preface this by saying I had a great family. My parents are no longer with us, but I had wonderful parents. They loved me. They loved us to death, and they gave us everything. But for me, in this one instance, when I went to college, my mother said, I will pay fully for school for you. I don't want you to have debt. So grateful, but you must go to school to be this, not that. That being what you want to be. I wanted to go to California to be a film student because my dad was in the arts and he made films. And I have a real affinity for that. Which is why I love movies so much, right? Nope. Nope. I picked the school, but back in the day, in that time, it was important to be a secretary or an assistant because you could always get a job. That's what women did. You can always rise from there. It's like your foundation, right? I didn't want to do that. Me of all people, I don't take orders well. I'm very stubborn. I'm very free thinker. I'm like, why be normal? I say that all the time. But what did I do? I did it to make her happy, to go to school. I got something out of it. So how bad can it be? Well, guess what? Let me show you. I went to school also to not just be an assistant. I went to be a paralegal. That's what my mom was. That's what she felt was a good road. She actually elevated way above that through life. She was kind of like, if it worked for me, it can work for you. Okay. I went to school to be a paralegal. I got out. The first job I had was horrible. I knew within the first day that I was in there, I made a huge mistake, a huge mistake. I hated it. If anybody out there is a paralegal or an attorney, listen, it's not personal. It's just not my gig, right? Attorneys are bred to be like cooks or chefs, and no offense, please, but they like to order people around. They wait till the last minute to get things done. They blame a lot of any issues on their assistants. They leave and their assistants have to stay late. It just wasn't my cup of tea, like at all. So that was a big deal because now I've gone to school for something that I never wanted to do. I'm in it doing it and I hate it. Now what? What do I do now? You guys, what do I do? Has anybody ever been here before besides me? It sucks. This is a real deal now. Now this is serious. It's not like you're in school and you can just take another course. No, we're out in the real world and this is all I've trained to do. What the hell am I gonna do now? Now I need money. Now I'm out. Now I'm on my way. How do I backtrack? How am I gonna do this? I have to go back to school. It's gonna take years. What am I gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So that's how strongly this people-pleasing tendency can manifest. It can put you in bad relationships with people. It can really hurt you. So I want you to think about, where are you people-pleasing? And how can you, this all comes from identifying others' energies. I know it sounds like I got off on a tangent, but stay with me because I'm not. You picking up other people's energies can easily put you on a different path if you don't know what they are and get rid of them. Because if you're thinking, hey, all of a sudden I was in the store and I had this feeling that somebody brushed by you and they were I don't know, an accountant, and they love what they did. They had such a great day today with this person, right? Their client. And you're like, oh my gosh, being an accountant could be good. Feels good. Feels awesome. Wow, I never thought of that before. You see what I'm saying? People pleasing and not identifying energies go hand in hand. They actually dovetail off each other, which actually nobody talks about. I don't know, I just got this today for you guys. The other part of the equation is that you actually start comparing yourself to them, and that sucks. So if we're out and we're feeling other people's stuff, the way to best know if that's your stuff or not is to think about how'd you feel going in, where is this coming from, look at all the information you can possibly get on it, and then start to change it, right? Is this mine? If it's not mine, then what? We need to get rid of it. And here's what you do. It's very simple. You say, I'm taking authority over any of this energy that is not mine. And I literally go like this, like I'm pulling it out of me and I'm returning this to sender. This is not my energy. I return it to sender. I return it to sender. I return it to sender. Okay? Stop comparing yourself to others. That is the thief of joy. You're perfect as you are. And when you're holding yourself in the frame and vibration of I've got to make other people happy, I can't lose my cool. Don't do that anymore. You are your own person. You deserve happiness. You deserve love. You deserve everything this world has to offer you. And people pleasing can turn into something that sounded good at the time, into a big self-sacrifice for you. And you could be so far off course by the time you're done, be it personally, professionally, energetically, spiritually, anything. Physically, with weight, anything. It could really harm you and take you years to get back on course. So at the risk of sounding a little bit pushy, because that's how we were taught, if you chose yourself, you're pushy. You're putting yourself first. How dare you? Right? You're selfish. We heard all these things. It's actually not the truth. This is your life. This is your motherfucking life. Just gonna say, apologies if that bothers you, but it's the truth. And it took me decades to get here, and I don't want you to wait decades. It's time. This is your time. This is your life. If not now, when? You are here to have your soul's purpose. Help others, whatever it is, and be happy. You helping others should not be you being sad and people pleasing your spouse, your sister, your brother, right? Anybody, your parents. Gotta live your own life, guys. All right, so I hope this helped you. You can identify others' energies by asking yourself, is this my energy? Where does it come from? What am I carrying? And if it's not yours, I need to let it go. I take authority over this. I let this go. Return to sender. It's not mine. I'm not keeping it. Return to sender. And stop comparing yourself to others. You are perfect and beautiful as you are. Perfect. Okay, guys, hope this helped. I love you guys. Don't forget to comment if you want to work with me. I'd love to have you. I'll be launching something next Monday I'm super excited about, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.